Hello everyone and welcome back to another exciting episode of Cart Ride Around Nothing with Gruntbot1227. And a happy new year to everyone. I hope you guys had a great new year. And I hope you all had a great Christmas. And I've been getting a lot of questions about why I deleted every single friend on my account, with the exception of AI Soccer 7, the greatest gamer on Roblox. And the reason was because I got to 200 friends and I couldn't add any more. And I started looking through my friends list, and about 150 of them I didn't even recognize the names because they never play with me. So I said, tell you what, let me delete everybody, and anybody that's actually interested and wants to can send me a brand new friend request and I'll add them right back again. Plus, I wanted a couple of days to play alone without people knocking my cart off the track, because that's been happening a lot lately. Look at Alexandowicz. He joined me just in time, because I need a ride to the dehumidifier. But anyway, so that's what happened. I need a couple of days because all my friends were joining me and they were getting to the other side of the dehumidifier up here. And then they'd all start arguing on who was going to drive the car through the scary tunnel. And they'd start blowing each other up for an hour. And I said, I'm sick of this. Let me get rid of everybody. And then I'll just go play on a regular public server with a bunch of people I don't know. And that's what I did for a couple of days until I figured out that when I go to the public servers with people I don't know, I always seem to run into a troll that wants to blow me up even though I'm not friends with them. So either way, I'm getting blown up. So, but anyways, the lesson of this story is my account is now clear, and I've got like 7 friends now. So anybody that wants to send me a friend request, send me a friend request and I'll add you on there. Okay, enough of that. Oh, look at that. We're crashing again already. But fortunately, Alexandowicz is here. He has got a plan. Oh, and NaefBG is here too. I just added him back also. See, normally he would blow up Alexandowicz and try to drive, but I told everybody why I had deleted them. The ones that asked on YouTube said, why'd you delete me? And I said, because people kept blowing me up. And both of these guys said, we never do that. So now I know they'll never do that, because I told them exactly why they got deleted. In all fairness, they used to do that a lot, but when I first started my channel, I think I deleted Alexandowicz and NaefBG, and they said why back then too. And I said, because I felt like it's a walk it off cupcake, but then I told them because people kept blowing me up, so I think they know not to do that anymore. So if you're gonna play with me, show a little restraint and stop being so selfish. Let other people drive. You don't have to drive every single time. And if you're not the driver, you don't have to get mad and blow everybody up for a half hour. But anyways, that's enough about that. Look at that, we're already in the scary tunnel. So I tried watching The Price is Right today, which is my daily routine. I get up and have my coffee. I play cart ride for a couple hours, and then at 10 o'clock I turn on The Price is Right. And for like the 3rd time this week, they're sitting there yakking about Jimmy Carter, who died at like 100 years old the other day. Worst president America's ever had. And today I'm sitting there watching the news, and like 2 of the channels, that's all they're talking about is his funeral. And I'm like, nobody cares. So the guy was president back in the late 70s. I grew up in the 70s, so I remember the guy. It was horrible back then, and it was all because of him. He was the worst president in American history, and will remain that way for at least another 11 days until Trump kicks Biden out of office. And then Carter will probably go down to the 2nd worst president, because nobody's worse than Biden. But anyways, I was thinking about it. Back in the 70s, we didn't have the internet. And there was like 4 channels on television, so everybody saw the same exact thing every night. We'd all go to school the next day and talk about it. But I don't ever remember the television having a song about Jimmy Carter, but there was a song back in the 70s that every kid knew. And as far as I know, I'm just looking at the internet, I've heard a few people mention it from all over the world. Every kid knew this song, yet I don't recall where I ever learned it. Because it wasn't ever on television, they definitely didn't teach it in school. So I don't remember, but is the, anybody that grew up in the 70s remembers the Oscar Mayer Baloney song. You know, my baloney has a first name, it's O-S-C-A-R. Well, they changed the words to that. And I'm going to sing the Jimmy Carter song right now because it's hilarious. And this was something you just didn't do back in the 70s. Everybody loved America in the 70s. I mean, we had the tall ships come in. We had nothing but American pride all the way up to the time when Carter took control. And then everything started going downhill almost immediately. So the song goes, my president has a first name, it's J-I-M-M-Y. My president has a second name, it's C-A-R-T-R. Oh, things get worse just every day, and if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Jimmy Carter has a way of screwing up the USA. And again, I don't know where I learned that song. All I know is that every kid I know knew it, and just about everybody that I've ever met since then knew that song also. So, that was for you, Jimmy Carter. Worst president ever. He was just terrible. He let the Russians waltz right into Afghanistan. And instead of using military force to stop them or even threaten military force, he boycotts the Olympics. So all these athletes who trained for like 4 years to go to the Olympics and compete against the Russians and kick their butts, because America always kicked their butts in the Olympics. Carter boycotted it. So the Russians ended up going against a bunch of loser countries. And they won every single medal because America wasn't there and none of the Western countries were there. So they're laughing. And then in Iran, the mullahs, the religious nuts over there take over the country, and they take 52 hostages from an American college over there, or actually an Iranian college where they had American teachers, and then you had the American embassy and all that. Either way, it ended up being like 52 hostages, and they had them for like a year, 2 years, something like that. And Carter even sent in a rescue mission, and the military screwed it up because the military was terrible back then. And the helicopters crashed, a bunch of people got killed. So when Carter lost back in like 1980, the day that Ronald Reagan took over in 1981, January 20th, 1981, Iran let the hostages go. They were on a plane and on the way back before Reagan sat down, because they knew Reagan would immediately launch a full-scale assault, take over the country, and probably take every Iranian out and shoot them. But instead they let the hostages go without a word. Basically it's like, okay, we give up. Reagan didn't even have to ask him to, because the Iranians knew that America was in good shape again, and that we were the power in the world once again, instead of having Carter in there, the apologist. Oh, we crashed again. But can Alexandowicz fly to the finish line? Yes, he can. We will win again. So anyways, I remember I got my license in 1980 because I turned 16. And my dad had to remind me of the days that I could get gasoline, because Carter screwed up the economy so bad that there was no gas. They actually had it where you had to look at your license plate, and they had odd and even days to go to the gas station. So if you had an odd number at the end of your license plate, you could go like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you had an even number, you could go like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I think Sundays anybody could go. Because the lines were so bad at the gas stations, and they were running out of gas because there wasn't enough gas, because Carter screwed up talks with OPEC, that we had to do that. So my dad had to tell me that. And I forgot a few times, and we actually had to go a few days without gas. But anyways, folks, I've ranted for like 10 minutes already. That went by fast. I like ranting. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the Jimmy Carter song. I encourage you to learn it and sing it. And I will see you all later. Y'all take care. And like I said, send me a friend request. Bye-bye.